Hello there, hola, ¿cómo estás, amigos, friends and families all over the world? Amigos, compañeros del mundo. It's your man, Yafusu, the original Globe Master. Just finished my shift. On my way home. Now today's video is not about an answer to any questions, but more like a continuation of a video that I did yesterday in my own words. Now, the title for today's video is Don't Wait Till Retirement to Enjoy Life. Let me repeat that. Do not wait till retirement to live your dream. So often, you hear some people whose lives it's all about how much they can stack to prepare for their retirement, which is possibly the most responsible thing any human being can do. But while you are still in your youth, while you are still in your 30s, 40s, even 50s, before you get to the point of retirement, shouldn't you, as a human being, live a little? I'm gonna repeat myself. Shouldn't you experience life while you still have good health, while you still have fresh breath, while you still strong enough to? It's so sad when you see people who waited too long. They get to old age before they realize they've wasted too much time to do the things they needed to do while they were still strong. We're in April now. Just this past January, 3 months ago, I was on a flight from New York to Hong Kong. And that's a 16-hour flight. 16 hours. Now, about 9-10 hours into the flight, of course, I had taken a good sleep. I woke up and we still had about 6 hours left. So when you're on a long haul like that, it's good to give yourself a little exercise to pretty much circulate your blood. No matter how old you are, you need to walk around a little bit in aircraft. So I walked to the back in the galley area, and there was this beautiful stewardess, this flight attendant, sitting in the back. So she saw me standing there, and she said, "Sir, I see you've been standing here for a while. Are you waiting to use the bathroom? Because they're all vacant. None of them is occupied. And I was like, no, young lady, I'm just standing here to stretch my legs a little bit. And she's like, oh, okay, I see, I understand. And then she said, would you like me to get you a drink or something? I said, no, I'm good for now. She said, well, my duty right now is to just stay back here and make sure that the bathrooms and everything is clean and everything is well stocked. Cathay Pacific is a very good airline, by the way. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah. She said, if you want to keep me company, everybody's sleeping right now, you could just stay here and chat with me for a bit, because I'm just here by myself. So I was like, okay, why not? So for about, I could say 30 to 45 minutes, me and this young lady started having a pretty wonderful conversation. So she was telling me about all the places she's seen because of her job, and pretty much New York, the New York and Hong Kong route is the longest route they have with the airline. We were talking about a bunch of things. So I said to her, you know what? It would be nice if I was in the business class or the first class, so I can have a flat bed and, you know, stretch my legs. And she said, listen to what the young lady said to me. She said, be thankful you're still strong enough to fly economy. You're still strong enough to be able to sit for a 16-hour flight. She said, you know something? Do you know most of the people that are in business class and first class, majority of them are there simply because they won't survive this long flight in economy. It's not because they just have money to blow. A lot of them are in business class and first class simply because they don't have the good health that you have. They will not survive a 16-hour flight in the economy. And when that young lady said that to me, man, it opened my eyes. I gotta be honest. It opened my eyes. You see, a lot of people wait till retirement before they want to see their dreams or live their dreams. I have traveled around the world. I have touched 5 continents. Australia and Antarctica is the only 2 places I've never been. Antarctica, I have no desire to ever visit Antarctica anyway, so that will not be on my bucket list. Australia, however, I might see Australia. I mean, I have no plans for Australia right now, but sooner or later, I will definitely see Australia before my time is up. Now, this is to the people who wait to retirement before they do things. What is the meaning of retirement anyway? As far as I'm concerned, retirement is a polite way or a nice way for whatever company you work for to tell you, we don't need you no more. That's how I see it. If you work yourself to retirement is a soft way, a cushy way, the nicest way of getting fired for whatever company you work for, simply because they are paying you too much and they know you're not productive anymore. That's how I see retirement. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a story about my uncle Clement. May he rest in peace. My uncle worked for a company, no need to mention the name of the company, for over 30 years. And he was on his very last year, working his very last year so he can retire. My uncle used to say to me and his younger brother, my other uncle, man, I can't wait till retirement so I can travel like you guys, go to other parts of the world, be with other women, all kinds of stuff, and he wanted to wait till he retired to live his fantasy. And only the Most High knows why. My uncle passed away at 64. He wanted to work to 65 so he can get his full retirement benefits. That's the mistake a lot of men make. Now, I just turned 50 not too long ago, and I'm going to speak this into existence. By the time I'm 60 years old, I don't care how much money I have or don't have. I'm giving it up. I'm throwing in the towel. Because you see, a human being, your body, no matter what you do, whether you're sitting behind a computer in the office or you're doing strenuous work like I do, by the time you're 60, if you don't hang up the gloves and work just that 5 years between 60 and 65, it can be the meaning between life and death. And I've seen this too many times. I'm going to give you, my viewers, some statistics a lot of people don't know, but you need to know. You see, men, if you are a man and you are working after the age of 60 until 65, or some people even retire at 67. You see, first of all, if you stand up 3 men after 60, one of those 3 men do not make it to 65 to retirement, just like it happened to my uncle. The 2 that's left, if they stay to retirement after 65, within 5 years, some even don't make it to the 5 years after retirement, they get deceased. It's only 1 left out of the 3. The one that makes it to 70 or 70 plus, usually have ridiculous health problems. And if you're a man, you can look either at a family member or a friend or somebody you know that worked himself to retirement after 65 and see how they are, how they function. Now, I'm not going to say all men are like that, because there are some men that are still very strong, even in their 70s, close to 80. They are blessed. They are the lucky ones. Or in some cases, they are the smartest ones, right? The message I'm trying to push in this video is, if you're a man and you are trying to work yourself to get the maximum benefits you could get after retirement, just know there will be consequences that comes with that. Don't be greedy. If you already have established by the time you're 60 and you don't give it up and you continue to kill yourself, literally you're killing yourself, whatever money you make after 65 is going to be going back just to keep you alive on medications. Now, during my travels, some of the saddest things I see is men traveling to other countries because they waited too long. They can barely stand on their legs. That's when they decided to travel to see the world. Oh, sure, they may have pockets full of money, but they get taken advantage of anywhere they go. And it's so sad, man. I've seen this personally in the Philippines. I've seen it in Thailand. I've seen it in Costa Rica. I've seen it in Ghana. I've seen it in so many places where men waited too long to live their fantasy when they don't have the strength. You know how sad it is when you see a man traveling to another country, and even to get into the aircraft, you have to be in a wheelchair. And then when they get to destination, there's wheelchairs waiting for them just to get them through the terminals. Now, ask yourself, if you wanted to see the world, why didn't you do it while you were still strong? I see a bunch of guys I work with, some older than me and majority younger than me. They spend money on unnecessary crap. You should see the parking lot in my job. You got some guys, their car notes alone, just their car notes, will never allow them to save enough money to do anything. Their entire life is the car they have and maybe whatever they have. I see young guys, some even younger than me, killing themselves on mortgages. And most of the time they're with ungrateful women. I see this. And sometimes I just laugh in my head and I'm like, man, if only this guy knows that no matter what he do, I'm not even gonna go there. I don't want to go there. If you have any plans to see the world, live your dreams. As long as you have, at least, even if you have just 2 weeks vacation in a year, make something of it. Travel. See another part of the world. Enjoy life a little bit while you still can, while you're still strong. Because if you don't, the time will come when you're in your late 50s, mid 60s. I see them all over the place. I see them in Thailand. I see them in the Philippines, in Ghana, Gambia, Jamaica, Costa Rica. All these places that I've been to and seen personally. Men in their 60s. Trying so hard just to walk, to keep up with a woman in their 20s or 30s. Just siphon money off of them. These women, they are women, especially in Thailand and the Philippines. If you're a man and you're still strong, you're still youthful, and you approach them, they don't even want you, because they know what you're capable of. They want the old decrepit men, pockets full of money, and they can't even rise to the occasion, if you know what I mean. How sad is that? If you worked yourself to after 65, then you decide to travel to an exotic place, see an exotic woman, and I don't care what kind of pills you take, Viagra or whatever, you cannot rise to the occasion. You cannot be the way you're supposed to be. Because first of all, even if you take some kind of so-called medication, right? You don't have the strength. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the backbone to break off a woman. You don't. So ask yourself, do you want to wait until you're old and weak before you see the world? Or you want to do it while you are still strong? Just think about that. And I'm going to leave it at that. Use your brain. If you have the means, don't wait until you are old to travel. It's so sad, man. Sometimes I see these old men, especially the ones that are still married, and the woman be bossing them around. These men, some of them, you look at them, they don't even feel like doing anything. The woman, let's go here, let's do this. And they're being dragged around. And I'm like, damn, man. In my head, I'd be like, man, this guy waited too long. He probably wasted his whole life breaking his back for this woman. He's at the point that he just want to relax. And this woman, remember, we men, we die earlier than women. We get weaker earlier than women. So that's another thing you need to think about as a man. Before you spend your whole life breaking your back for another human being, be selfish just a little bit. See the world. Do something for yourself, for your own spirit, before you get old. My name is Yao Fosu, your original Globe Master. If you like my video, like it. And that's pretty much all I got to say for today. God bless. Take care of yourself. And cheese ears.